Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. Well, we're going to talk about Donald Trump. He's really doing a lot of stuff to shut down these immigrants from coming in here. And he took away the green card lottery with, this was something many immigrants all over the world look forward to. And they did this yearly. So we'll talk about that briefly. And then I have some videos to show you, but before we get to that, we're going to talk about the edge cream that I just brought back. In fact, it's going to come back in a big way because I have more coming out. I just got the first batch of it listed. So you can see it's on sale. So you can get it 30% off. Comes in both the 4-ounce and the 8-ounce. And so the 4-ounce is $11.19. And if you get the 8-ounce, it is $13.99 for the 8-ounce. So right now, I had 30 listed. I think it's down to 24. I will be listing another 30 in probably in the next 2 to 3 days. I'll be listing another 30. So if you're interested in grabbing this up so that you can get that 30% discount, this would be the time to do it. It's Edge Growth Butter. This can also be used all over your head. It will literally grow hair all over your entire head, but it's really made for thinning edges, or you just want your edges to be a little more fuller than what they are right now, then this would be the perfect thing for your edges. So grab it up while you can, ladies and gentlemen. Get that discount because it's only until the 24th. And we're up to what, the 21st today? So it's only a few days left. I had a lot of requests for this. So I just want to make sure you are fully aware that it is available again. All right. All right. So let's talk about the green card lottery. So if you're not familiar with this, the green card lottery is the diversity immigration visa. It's a program that the US government does. They offer it to up to 55,000 immigrants. They give them visas annually. And it's from people with historically low rates of immigration to the US. So they aim to diversify immigration populations. So the participants have to fit the criteria. So they have to have at least a high school education. They must have work experience. So if they don't have a high school education, it's okay if they don't have that, but they have work experience. And they must, of course, come from an eligible country because not all countries are eligible to come to the US. And how is this lottery done? It is done randomly by computer every year. So, what it will do, all the people that get picked will get a visa and they will become a permanent US resident. So this is a big deal to, immigrants all over the world, because they want that green card and they want to be here permanently. Well, Donald Trump just put a stop to this entire green card lottery. It will happen no more. So any immigrants that were sitting around hoping to get to the US or hoping they would get picked in this green card lottery, they have no chance of getting it now. And it's because of the recent Brown University shooting and also the incident that happened over at MIT. So Donald Trump has now shut it all down. He shut it all down. So it's going to be very difficult for immigrants to gain entry into the US with everything he's doing. It's going to be very hard for the ones that are not here and were planning to come here. They're going to have to look for alternative plans or go to a different nation. Now, there's a lot of things going on, y'all. Now, we know about the ICE raids that are going on in Minnesota. Well, also, there are immigrants running out of the US and into Canada. There is a big number of Africans and Latinos leaving the US and running into Canada. So that's happening right now. And it's been happening in big numbers actually since Donald Trump got elected all the way up until present day. They have been leaving in droves. So, boy, it is so many things happening. It's not even funny. So, let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay. Well, thank you. All right.
Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes. Nancy, the Trump administration says the suspect in this case came to the U.S. in 2017 through a diversity visa lottery. Now, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says that program is on pause. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. This is a program, Mugo, that allows in about 50,000 immigrants every year via a lottery, particularly from countries that are underrepresented here in the U.S., specifically a lot of African countries. President Trump has made it no secret that he would like to see fewer African immigrants to the United States. And he has actually criticized this particular program in the past. And so it wasn't entirely surprising that once we learned that that this suspect came into the country via this lottery program, that the Secretary of Homeland Security would announce that the program was being placed on hold. Now, there's no indication right now that this suspect had any criminal history that was missed during the background.
Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes. Nancy, the Trump administration says the suspect in this case came to the U.S. in 2017 through a diversity visa lottery.
That the Secretary of Homeland Security would announce that the program was being placed on hold. Now, there's no indication right now that this suspect had any criminal history that was missed during the background checks that were part of his admission into this country. So there's no indication right now that the program worked in a way that it wasn't supposed to, but nevertheless, it is on hold, and there's no indication right now how long that hold is going to remain.
Breaking news. Trump just ended the green card lottery forever. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem just announced the immediate pause of the green card lottery, the program that gives 55,000 free green cards every single year. This is because the Brown University shooter was a green card holder that obtained his green card using the green card lottery. Originally, the program was going to open in early October, just like it does every year, for 30 days for people to register from all over the world. This year, they delayed it because they were going to change the program, require a fee and a passport proof to verify the applicant. But now the program is gone pretty much forever. If you're selected in the green card lottery and going through the process right now, expect severe delays. If you're relying on the lottery program, now is the time to find alternative. Self-petition green card, gold card, and green card through potential employer. Text me Let's talk about.
And further afield, President Donald Trump has suspended the U.S. Diversity Immigrant Visa Program, commonly known as the Green Card Lottery, after authorities confirmed that they suspect in two fatal campus shootings at Brown University and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology entered the country through the scheme. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said suspension ordered by Trump will remain in effect pending a review of the program, which issues up to 50,000 permanent resident visas each year to applicants from countries with historically low U.S. immigration rates. Investigators say the suspect, 48-year-old Portuguese national Claudio Manuel Valente, a former Brown University PhD student, arrived in the U.S. on a student visa before obtaining permanent residency through the lottery in 2017.
Two campus shooting later, one immigration program. Now the green card lottery is frozen. If you apply early this year, that part matters. Back in 2017, after the New York truck attack, Donald Trump went after the diversity visa very hard. He tried to get rid of it completely, but it did not work because the courts blocked him, Congress stalled, and the program survived. Now, fast forward to today, December 2025. Two campus shootings, and once again, the suspect immigration path runs through the same system. This time, Trump doesn't argue, he acts. The administration freezes the diversity visa program. USCIS drops processing cases. Consular interviews are paused. That is not symbolism, that is leverage. Now let's make this clear, because there's a lot of noise online. The DV lottery only opens once a year, usually in the fall. Results come in the following spring. Right now, that is frozen, and interviews are now processing. Not erased winners. Future cycles are uncertain, but not officially canceled. That matters. For Ethiopians especially, this isn't abstract. Tens and thousands of people apply every year. Families plan a year around. It's a yearly ritual. Fill out the form, wait, and hope. Right now, that pipeline is paused. If you already won and we're waiting on interview, your case is stalled, not denied. If you plan to apply in the next cycle, there is no guarantee it will open, but it hasn't been killed yet. And here is the real target of this move. The diversity visa program exists because Congress created it. A president can't erase it overnight, but a president can pause it, create a pressure, and force lawmakers to choose. Defend it publicly or let it die quietly. And the political environment now is very different from 2017. If you are Ethiopian and apply every year, don't panic, don't quit your life plans, and don't believe WhatsApp rumors. US immigration moves slow, but movements like this shape what comes next. Pausing buys time. Time shapes opinion, and opinions create law. That's how policies move. Family, this isn't a hype, it's orientation. The next move won't be random. It will be political. We will keep breaking it down for you. This has been ABD Originals. Value gained is value shared. Make sure you follow us for more content, because the future has an accent and it speaks from the soil up. Soil up, family. Soil up.
Donald Trump has suspended the Green Card Lottery program. The program allows countries with low U.S. immigration to become permanent residents. This has taken place where authorities has linked the program to the suspect of the shooting of Brown University and an MIT professor home. The Green Card Lottery programs provides up to 50,000 green cards annually to people from underrepresented countries. Claudio Valente, a Portuguese national, entered the U.S. on a student visa in 2000. Later, he became a permanent resident in 2017 because of the Green Card Lottery program. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Donald Trump is doing a bit too much with suspending the program? My name is Tiffany. I lost 150 pounds in 2.5 years, and I also report different news topics as such today. Tap in.
Breaking news, Trump has suspended green card lottery program. And let me tell you, a lot of people, they are scared and devastated because they don't know exactly what will happen to the people who are already selected. And this is the only way that they are able to go to USA. So according to Trump, he said that he did this because of security reasons. So one of the deadliest shooting which happened in USA, it involved a Portuguese national who went to USA through this program, and he unalived 2 students, leaving 9 injured. And Trump said that he doesn't want this type of people anymore in USA. So if you applied for this program this year, so we don't know exactly your fate, you might not be selected. Right now, it has been suspended until further notice. And if you're waiting to go to USA because you are selected, we don't know exactly also what will happen to you. We are waiting to hear from Trump what exactly he's planning for these people. Do you think this is only for that reason, or Trump, he just don't want people to go to USA? Trump has made it clear that he don't want people to go to USA, and now he has canceled this program. So it seems like Trump only want Americans in USA, only Americans to stay in America.
This one here hits home again. You had the Brown University incident, and once again, the Homeland Security is um, in a real bad situation. We have to protect our nation and protect our home. With that being said, Donald Trump has suspended the green card lottery for the visas um, due for the DV1 visa program, and that's painful. It hurts for the other citizens. It's unfortunate that they always used to say one apple ruins the whole bunch, or two or three, but this is happening a little too often, a little too frequent. And again, our current administration has their stance and their agenda anyway. So for this to occur and happen um, on our soil again, another incident where um, an immigrant comes here for an education and they crash out, make some decisions, and it affects everybody. It's unfortunate. On top of that, we look at it from for the other perspective. We talked about the H-1 visas several months ago, and we talked about how the H-1 visas were put in place for specialty careers, specialty jobs, specialty education, where you have individuals that choose to come abroad, come to the States, get an education, do studies and things of that nature, and come here to work. When those individuals come here to work, this might be in engineering, this might be medicine and science. For whatever reason, the U.S. citizen, I guess, are not performing. I'm assuming. I'm assuming. I'm not the what's the word? I'm not the employer that feels that they're not getting what they need in those careers. So I guess they feel that um, citizens from other countries perform the job better, or they're just more suited, or it just might be an excuse to cut the cost of the American um, what we require to get paid to do a job. I don't know. There's two different ways to look at it. However, the H-1 visas have been a thing in our workforce, within our jobs, within different careers, where these individuals come over here to work, perform a task, and do the task at whatever level that is. The current administration also has had some pushback with that, stating that they want to get the United States citizens um, in those positions to do the work. But also, if these entities, the Googles, these different entities choose to hire individuals abroad, they would be fined, or what should I say fined, will be taxed a certain amount of money to keep these visas current. And I think that was roughly, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere between $20,000 to $50,000. I think. Blessed evening, blessed day.
So for those who are applying for green card, somehow forget. President Trump suspends green card lottery program, citing national security concerns after Brown University MIT shootings. But like, in short, this guy doesn't want guys in his country. And guess what? We don't care. You know, it's about time Africans woke up and realized that we need to build our home. We need to build Africa. We need to build Kenya. Si lazima uende USA ndo ukwe na a better life. American dream. Akana hiyo country yake. So don't be disappointed that at now you can't be able to go to the USA, guys. You can always go to Canada. You can always go to Germany. But guys, home is where we need to build. Honestly, we need to build home. So yeye na hiyo country yake kwanza inakuanga na mashida mingi sana. It's just an unhappy place to be. Kaa nayo Donald Trump. Please stay with your country. Go.
Is the United States of America a nation of laws? I used to think so, and now I'm not so sure. Apparently, the Trump administration is going to scrap the diversity visa lottery, the DV lottery, the green card lottery. It's the law of the land. It's been on the books for as long as I can remember. This is legal immigration. Donald Trump doesn't like it, so he's not going to change the law, but he just waves his hand and scraps it. We're not going to do the DV lottery anymore. It's a law that Trump doesn't like, so that law is no longer going to be followed. This is what happens when you have a president who is a convicted felon. The rule of law breaks down and erodes. What's the pushback against this? Lawsuits? Are the courts going to help us? I'm outraged that legal immigration is under constant attack by this administration. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
The suspect in the Brown University tragedy was here on a diversity visa, so now President Trump is suspending this green card lottery program. From the Hill, quote, the suspect, a Portuguese national, entered the country in 2017 through the diversity visa program. So we've been letting in 55,000 people per year, quote, through random selection. Oh, okay, that sounds like a good process.
Yes, the news just in, US Donald Trump, that is US President Donald Trump, has ended the green card lottery. So we are not going to have the green card lottery anymore. It's official. This is after the suspected shootings in Brown University, where we have over 2 people killed and of course 9 other people injured, or several other people injured, and of course an MIT professor who was also killed. So this is just some of the areas in which, of course, we knew that Trump was going to stop this green card come rain, come sunshine, because he's been against it even during his first tenure as a president. He tried to stop it, but of course, he didn't have enough time to actually foresee this. So green card lottery is ended. And of course, for those who are willing or wishing to go to the US, I'm sorry for you, because it means you won't be able to go to the US. And it's so sad story for you to go realize the American dream.
I'm surprised people are still calling it American dream, y'all. That's not no American dream over here. And number 2, I don't know what these immigrants do. Do they research these places before they go running? Because if you look at Canada, Canada's been deporting a lot too. In fact, they probably are deporting as much as the US is. So, okay, so you took the time to run up to Canada and you still might get deported. You know, I mean, they are deporting up there. All you got to do is pull up the articles. There's a lot of articles talking about Canada deporting all these illegals that they got. So, yeah, I mean, all of y'all can go home. All of you. Yep. In fact, Europe have been literally dying for decades. They got a lot of empty houses on their economy, just like Japan and other place. They got a lot of empty houses because they've been losing population. Less people have been born than dying out. There's way more people dying out. So there's a lot of empty houses on their economy that y'all can be moving to. And I'm sure the caves are still empty. You know, y'all can move in them caves. You used to live there anyway. You can just move right on in and and feel like you're back at home. So y'all, I don't know. I'm just saying it looks desperate. So y'all are willing to run anywhere except for your homeland. So you're running out of the US into Canada. Okay, so what happens when Canada don't want you? Where you going to run then? Mexico? Where you going to go? You just going to keep running? Wow. You know? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get how somebody hate their homeland so badly that they'll do anything not to go back. Makes no sense. Makes no sense for real. But these folks want to come over here and act like they are better than us. Y'all, have you ever looked at some of the capitals of these African countries? I was looking online. Some of their capitals have trash and raw sewage and dirt roads. And I was like, this is your capital? Piles and piles of trash, just piles of trash. And this is their capital of their African nation. And I'm like, and y'all come over here acting like you're better than somebody. Trump ain't lying. It really truly is a shithole. And that floating slum, Makoko, they said it is, and I don't mean to gross you out, y'all. I don't mean to gross you out. They said there's so much shit because those Nigerians, they shit directly into the water. They said it's so much shit in the water, the fish won't even come up there. The fish won't, they can't even fish because the fish won't even come around there. That is nasty. You hear me? That is absolutely nasty. So I don't know what y'all are thinking. The next time they come boasting about their countries, pull up the capitals of these countries. I'm telling you, it is a mess. It is a mess. I was looking at several of them. They got trash bags piled up in the middle of the damn street when you go into their country's capital. It's just piles and piles of trash right in the center part of the street. And I can't believe all this time we have let these people come over here and get away with sticking their nose up in the air and look down upon us. It is disgusting. And see, instead of running here, y'all could spend time out on those roads and get all that trash up. That's probably been sitting there for decades. I bet you that trash has been sitting right there in those spots for decades. And sewage and all sitting water all out in the open. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. Y'all ain't even trying to fix up that place. Y'all ain't even trying to fix it up. There is no way in all these centuries Africa should look the way that it does. Y'all just live in it. You don't fix it up. You don't do nothing. You just live in it. That's all. No, they don't do nothing. They literally don't do nothing over there. They don't even try to do anything with the roads. Some of their capitals, it's all dirt roads leading all up to their capitals. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. What have y'all done other than just live there? Mm, mm, mm. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. You can best believe this is permanent. This lottery is not going to take place as long as Donald Trump is the sitting president. It could be somebody coming behind him to start it up again, but you can best believe for the next, 3 years Donald Trump got left, this green card lottery is dead. You hear me? It is dead. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. When I come back, we're probably going to talk about the Amazon driver that got spat on by a white man that was on a bicycle, and he was just delivering packages. In fact, the people in the town that he was working in, they loved this guy so much they leave things out for him, that they'll leave like bottled water, cookies, and all kinds of things out for him because they said he's such a great person and they really like him, and it's a predominantly white town that he delivers in. And I mean, I'm hearing that this white man that spat on him was a white pastor, but they won't give up his name. Trust me, if they did, I would have been putting him on blast. That is disgusting, spitting on somebody. So we'll talk about that a little later. That might not come until, somewhere around 8 o'clock tonight. I am working on the botana oil, and I'm hoping to get that posted in the next few hours. So, y'all, I will see you later. Have a wonderful afternoon. Shalom, family.